Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best time to visit Disney World in spring. Specifically, I'm talking about spring of 2024, April, May, and June. Yes, I know June kind of goes into summer, but for the most part, it's spring. If you did not check out my previous video on the subject, I did do a video on the best time to visit in January, February, and March, so check that out as well. I'm seeing in my camera, my cheeks are super red. It's like 30 degrees out and we were just out running, so that's what that's about. I'm not ill. Okay, now the best time to visit in April of 2024. So there's two things happening in April that you should know about if you're planning your trip. The first thing is Easter Sunday, which is actually March 31st, and that's relevant because a lot of kids have a spring or an Easter break that go the week following Easter. So for that reason, I would say for crowd purposes, probably avoid the very first week of April. Now, also is the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Race, which happens to have like 4 different days worth of races. So the races are April 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. So because of that, a lot of people will turn their race into a trip. So I would say I would avoid the week of April 14th through the 20th and the week of April 21st through the 27th, because I think both of those weeks are going to just be a bit busier with people turning their race into a trip. So that being said, my personal recommendation for April would be the week of April 7th through the 13th if you're going to visit in April. Looking at May, there's a couple of things to consider. So Memorial Day is on Monday, May 27th in 2024. Additionally, a lot of people in the North don't know this, but people in the South, their schools let out much earlier. So by mid-May, a lot of kids are out of school. In the North, it's really only like seniors that, like kids in 12th grade, that are done in May. And that's even then, it's usually towards the end of May. But kids in the South get done earlier. So because of that, I would recommend a visit the very first week of May. So spanning the last week of April, first week of May. So those dates would be April 28th through May 4th. That's my May pick. And moving on to June, June has a couple of things to consider as well. So for the very last week, and I don't even mean the last full week, Sunday, June 30th is the week that includes the 4th of July, which is on Thursday. So I would avoid going the 30th of June in that week into July because of the 4th of July. They're going to be very busy. Additionally, schools in the North are going to be out by the middle of June, and then you're starting to get into summer crowds. So if you're looking to travel in June, I would say the first full week of June, being June 2nd through June 8th, would probably be my personal top pick if you're traveling in June. So those are my picks. Like I said, they're mine personally. They're not necessarily reflective of our company of Magical Journeys. That's just based on my knowledge and experience visiting and what is happening in the calendar in those months. But in general, I think the springtime is an absolutely wonderful time to go to Disney. I absolutely love the Flower and Garden Festival. I've said this numerous times. I actually prefer it to the Food and Wine Festival, just because the Food and Wine Festival has a lot of people that are there drinking, and if that's not really your vibe, it's not as fun. And they have so many topiaries, and they always add new topiaries every year, and you can really, even if you're not into plants, you can really appreciate how cool they make all of the countries in Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival. So those are my recommendations for springtime. If you are interested in planning a trip, you can get a quote request from me on my website. I'll have the link in the description box below. If you would rather go through our company's quote request form, you can certainly do that. You can just say, my boss has a thing and they're saying like, where did you hear about us? And like, who would you like to work with? So you can just say YouTube and Brittany, and then she'll know that it's me and she'll make sure I get that quote request. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.